So today, you're going to talk about a very important topic, which is uniforms at school. And I think that most of you may differ in opinions, but no matter what your opinion is, you must respect each other's opinions. Hello, and welcome to Person 2. Today, we're going to meet an amazing group of Person trainees. In this video, they are going to talk about a very important and crucial topic, which is uniforms at school. Some trainees agree with the idea of students wearing uniforms at school, while others disagree with this idea. Seems interesting, huh? Let's go and listen.
Nowadays, with this class inequality, I'm with uniforms at school. Because when there is a rich student and another poor one, this will cause a lot of differences in the levels and the quality of clothes. And that will affect the thinking of poor boy. He will feel inferior and maybe he will fall back at his study. Because he will focus on secondary things. And we can't control his thinking because he is just a child and he is in the process of building his character, and the society around him will affect this side. Uniforms also teach the student to respect the rules and sanctity of school, and also teach them discipline.
I think it's a good idea for schools to require students to wear uniform, because uniforms can hide the difference between the social classes. They make everyone the same, so there are no rich and poor students. Also, uniforms make students respect the place they are going to and teach them commitment and respecting all rules. Uniforms at schools increase the spirit of love and affection among the students, despite their different environments, because the students will not focus on what they wear, but on what they are. Yes, many kids don't like uniforms and think they don't express themselves. Of course, this is true, but that's because they are just kids. They aren't adults to know that uniforms aren't an important thing.
Maybe the school uniforms can make the social differences among the students less obvious, but I want to say something. These days, many young people are wearing strange clothes. They are focusing on the difference in colors and shapes and perhaps the writings. The uniforms will prevent these things for sure, but perhaps some type of these students will apply modern fashion to these uniforms, and they will tighten their bands and cut off their clothes, especially girls. I think this is an insult to the school and to the uniform. In the end, I believe the education should be the main goal that school focus on. They shouldn't focus on what most the students wear and what the outer appearance must be.
The idea of uniform is wonderful because it teaches children many important principles, such as order, commitment, and respect for laws. And the parents don't have to buy many clothes for the students, and they are relieved to prepare each day with different clothes than the day before. And regardless of how expensive it is, because the students needs more than a costume. In the end, if we imagine the students every day in the school in different clothes, we'll not call it about school, but a fashion show.
I agree with this idea because I have many reasons. Firstly, I thought uniforms are the best way to organize students. They make students disciplined, and also uniforms could help students to give more attention to their studies. There is no difference between their students because all students wear the same clothes. And maybe uniform make students take less time to get ready for school each day. In the end, I support this idea, but at the same time, I respect the other opinions.
Wearing a uniform is an important part of being a school student. Uniform shows that we are part of an organization. Wearing it says we are all in this together, and it gives students a sense of belonging to a particular school, and it creates an identity for the school in the community. And also, school uniforms teach students to dress smartly and take pride in their appearance. And what are the advantages of school uniforms? I will mention some of the advantages of school uniforms. One, it costs less than traditional clothes. Two, it may take less time to get ready to school each morning. Three, it is easy to hand down to other year after year. And it makes an environment where discipline is emphasized. And when everyone is dressed the same, there is no worrying about what you look like, and there is no competition about it dressed in the latest style, which would put a great deal of financial pressure on parents and students. And my uniform might not be what I would wear, but it gives me a sense of belonging. And the uniforms also more comfortable for the eyes. In this way, all students are wearing the same color. And if we have a poor students, we can do charity and help them. And also, every one of us have school uniforms which he or she doesn't need it. We can give it to someone who needs it. And finally, students go to school to learn, not to show costumes.
I agree with the idea of school uniforms because people must respect the nature of the place they go to. And uniforms make students more disciplined. In fact, we have passed the experience not wearing uniform in recent years during the crisis in Syria. And I think the results of this experience were very bad. And the students became more free. And this is the reason why they didn't follow the laws at schools.
New school uniforms can be more expensive than traditional clothes. In fact, Americans spend around $1 billion every year, and so many poor families can't afford to buy uniform. Also, punishing students by removing them from the school because an ability to afford a uniform goes against the law in the school. Uniforms create barriers between students and teachers. Teachers wear casual clothes, but students wear uniforms.
So, in this video, we listened to our trainees' opinions of uniforms. And as you have noticed, some were with and some were against. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all for watching and see you in other videos.